84 earthquakes in a single weekend. Spain's most famous volcanic island is shaking, and officials have already activated a disaster plan. This weekend, the National Geographic Institute of Spain, the IGN, confirmed that 84 seismic events struck the western region of Las Cañadas on the island of Tenerife. The tremors clustered around Mount Teide, Spain's tallest peak. Scientists are tracking this situation in real time, and what they're finding has triggered emergency preparations at the highest levels of local government. Threat is specific and immediate. 59 of those 84 earthquakes were precisely located, all of them centered on the Teide volcano zone. Two distinct pulses of low-frequency seismic activity were recorded. The first ran from 1:30 in the morning until 5:30 a.m. on Saturday. The second followed the next day, from 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. Both occurred at depths of roughly 8 to 21 kilometers beneath Las Cañadas. Low magnitudes, yes. But the IGN has made clear, these figures are provisional and could rise. Here's how the mechanism works. Low-frequency seismic pulses at those depths are not ordinary tectonic shudders. They point to movement of fluids, potentially magma, deep within the volcanic system. The IGN operates a surveillance network of over 100 stations, equipment and sampling points deployed across Tenerife, enabling continuous real-time monitoring of seismic shifts, ground deformations, and geochemical changes. Nothing is being missed. Everything is being recorded. Picture this, a city of hundreds of thousands of residents on an island, encircled by volcanic activity. Its mayor publicly admitting the city may not be able to cope if the mountain wakes up fully. That is the current reality in Santa Cruz de Tenerife right now. Before we continue, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the notification bell to keep you updated on developing situations like this one. History provides brutal lessons. In 1706, an eruption from Teide didn't just damage buildings, it destroyed an entire town and wiped out Tenerife's main port of Geographic completely. The port was gone, the town erased. That eruption reshaped the island's coastline and its economy in ways felt for generations. By comparison, Teide's most recent eruption in 1909 resulted in what officials described as minor damage. But that eruption came over a century ago, and the island has grown dramatically in population and infrastructure since then. Right now, the Santa Cruz de Tenerife Council has established a specialized technical department specifically tasked with building an action plan for an eruption scenario. The goal: ensure the city can provide shelter and essential services under pressure. Officials believe the city could manage what they call a moderate emergency. A major eruption is a different calculation entirely, and that is where concerns are mounting. Santa Cruz Mayor José Manuel Bermudez did not soften his words. He stated directly, "We don't know how it will happen, how it will develop, or when it might occur. But scientists have indicated that current volcanic developments on the island are not something normal." That phrase carries weight, not something normal. The IGN itself struck a carefully balanced tone, stressing that this seismic activity does not indicate an increased risk of eruption in the coming weeks or months. But the agency also acknowledged the shifting context. A spokesperson stated that a month and a half ago, this level of activity would not have attracted much attention. Given current conditions, they will continue monitoring closely in case anything changes. Communities across Tenerife face stark reality. The island sits on one of the most volcanically active systems in the Atlantic. The Cabildo of Tenerife, the island's governing council, has seen internal disagreement on how seriously to treat public warnings. Council President Rosa de Villa has previously dismissed speculation around an eruption, but with a formal disaster contingency plan now being drafted by Santa Cruz, the institutional posture has clearly shifted. The question is whether the preparation timeline is sufficient, and whether a city that can handle a moderate emergency is ready for something the 1706 eruption proved is possible: total, catastrophic loss. 84 earthquakes, 2 low-frequency seismic pulses, a disaster plan activated, and a volcano that last truly unleashed itself more than 3 centuries ago, one that buried a port and erased a town from the map. Mount Teide is being watched. The question is what it does next. Don't forget to subscribe and stay updated on this developing situation. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a critical update.